Well, good morning, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up those football gods. Wake up there, guys. Oh, my God. Thank you. Guys, it's so nice to wake up on a hangover Monday. Hangover Monday and having to get up early and get on the road. But you know what? It's always great when you are 3 games in first place in your division and everybody else is literally ass. And you start doing some things that you have not seen your team do forever. Guys, I want you to understand something here. The last time the Dallas Cowboys got a victory in Foxborough was 1987. I was still playing football at JMU. This crippled old-ass man was playing football at JMU. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I talk about the football gods up there. Guys I watched growing up, some of the greatest in the history of football. The Dallas Cowboys are beginning to make some more history. That team yesterday got the 2,500th touchdown of the Dallas Cowboys franchise. That is the most touchdowns since 1960 collectively. Shout out to the history of the Dallas Cowboys. But wait, there's more. CeeDee Lamb reached 100 career receptions already, faster than any wide receiver in Cowboys history, in only 22 games, tying Herschel Walker's franchise record. Lamb has more receiving yards in his first 22 games than any Cowboys player in history. Unreal. I mean, I don't know what more to say. Then there's Diggs, who's got his second touchdown, pick 6 of the season, his 7th interception of the season. And keep in mind that nobody in the last 30 years has had more than 10 interceptions in the season. We're only 6 games in, and he's got 7. How people still will challenge him, I don't know. But he literally saved the game yesterday. Yesterday, Bill Belichick had a quarterback. And Bill Belichick has faced all of the great ones, Tom Brady even, Matt Ryan, Peyton Manning, Pat Mahomes. He's faced everybody. And Dak Prescott yesterday gave a performance for the ages. Dak Prescott passed for more yards than any quarterback ever in the history of Bill Belichick being the coach of the New England Patriots have ever passed for against him. 445 yards. And when, after the Diggs interception, and then all of a sudden with 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go, Mac Jones turns around and gets a touchdown pass, you had to look at this and say, oh my God. We just went through the heroics of the Cowboys taking the lead, and Dak was just kind of like, okay, no problem. Hold my beer. And they go down and they win the game. That, my friends, was insane. It was insane. Of course, not everything is great because Dak Prescott left the press conference yesterday in a walking boot. On that last play, Dak said he came down awkwardly, and if you saw him throw the pass, it was so quick, it looked like he was landing on that right leg. The left leg was kind of up and just kind of was a little – hopefully, let's just hope that it's just more sore than anything else because of being out there for 5 quarters. But the good news, of course, is we do have the bye week right now. He doesn't seem to be concerned about it. In fact, he joked at the press conference that he wanted to give the press something to talk about since the Dallas Cowboys were off this week. I mean, you could just go on and go on. I mean, the Dallas Cowboys offense had 89 snaps. 89. That's insane. Literally, people were about ready to drop off. But that was it was for me. It reminded me of going to my very first Super Bowl, which was New England versus the Carolina Panthers. And in that game, going down the stretch in the fourth quarter, the lead kept going back and forth, back and forth. And I remember my wife, Tracy, being there and being kind of like, really into that game and the emotional swings, the highs, the lows. And she's just like, I can't do this. And she's kind of stepped back and trying not to get so emotionally tied to it because watching that game truly was emotional. And she sat out there yesterday and watching this. And so many times she's thinking in her mind, she told me last night, she's like, okay, that's it. It's over. Oh, okay. The Cowboys got the touchdown. This game's over. And then, boom, then New England gets the touchdown. It's like, oh, okay, it's over now. And then, boom, here we go. We tie the score and go into overtime. It was just an insane game that you had to love because more than anything else, more than just getting the victory was taking all of the stuff that kept coming at you when you weren't at your best, when things were going wrong, adapting and overcoming obstacles. The officials, personally, of course, I'm a homer. The officials made some calls that you looked at and said, really? And missed some on the other side of the fence. You looked at the touchdown that should have been with Dak crossed the plane, but they're like, no, it's not. And then the fumble. And he just kept looking at these things and just saying, this is not our day. But yet they found a way to win. And that's the difference between average teams and teams that we've seen from the Dallas Cowboys over the last few years is instead of finding a way to lose, we actually find a way to win. So I'm going to end this morning's trip before I get ready to hit the road listening to my quarterback, Dak Prescott, as well as the Dallas Cowboys, who together, and I don't mean to focus just on Dak, because like Roger Staubach said, I can throw all the passes, but if Drew Pearson's not catching them, it doesn't mean anything. It is a team sport, and that Dallas Cowboys team is young, it is energized, it is hungry, and it is on a mission.
Yeah, I think today just showed our resiliency. Time and time again, defense making plays. Obviously, they came out their first two series and got some touchdowns, and for them to dig in, really step up and make plays. For the defense to get an interception return in a moment we need it. For the offense to bite itself in the butt all game long. My turnovers down in the red zone. I'm missing out on points, but just to have the chance to tie the game, to have a chance to go win the game, and just able to do that, I think it just speaks to the resiliency of this bunch and this team and the bond that we've created and knowing that we're not going to give up and all we need is a chance. And I think that showed tonight.
Those don't look like Jordans. Can you tell us what?
These are Jordans.
No, the one on your right.
The boot they're talking about.
Might get Jordan to make one of these. Something we'll figure out. I figured we weren't playing for a week, so I'd give you guys something to talk about and speculate on this time. So there you go.
Did it happen on the throw, or how could you tell what?
Yeah, the last throw. Just came down funny, and that's what it was. And as I said, something we checked out. I'll be fine. Can promise you that. Great timing going into the bye week, but as I said, y'all can have fun with it this week.
So just talk about the emotions of that play. You hit the game when you're celebrating, and then you got a pain in your leg.
Yeah, I was just like, no way. Life keeps throwing punches, and I'm gonna keep throwing them back. It's part of it. It's part of this game. It's a physical game we play. As I said, I'll be fine. I've got a lot of confidence in myself, the medical team, and as I said, I feel good. Obviously, this is precaution, just more so thinking about the touchdown. It doesn't hurt as bad, obviously, when you score and you win the game. So all that's a plus, and credit to CD right there, and just the play call. Just for us to get in that moment and to be able to go score and capitalize on that. Great call by Kellen.
What does a win like this mean for y'all?
Yeah, it's huge. Going into the bye week, 5-1? It's huge. Five straight now. Obviously started this thing with the road win and then going 3 at home, but be able to come here, a place like this with so much success, great atmosphere, great coach over there on the other side. But for us to just stay resilient through it all, I think it speaks on what Coach McCarthy talks about, just our culture and building the right culture, building a winning culture, and knowing that it takes winning these games. And when everything's against you, we found a way to keep swinging and to come out the win. I think that's important for us. Take this confidence, go into the bye week, get better, work on ourselves, and come out of this thing with this momentum and continue rolling.
If you hadn't scored a walk-off touchdown, would you have been able to take any more snaps?
Yeah, for sure. It was a little pain, but no, for sure I would have been able to keep going. Obviously, I think adrenaline would have been up and may not have even felt it at the time. But I think at the time that you relax, it's like, oh, well, there it is.
Was there any kind of pop that you felt when you?
Not necessarily. Just came down funny. Didn't like what I felt. But as I said, it's something we'll check out, and I could have kept playing if I had to, and I'll be fine.
Is it something that, given that it's right calf near right ankle, you have to be even more concerned about?
I don't know if I have to be more concerned about it being the right leg than the left leg, but we'll take our precautions. We'll look at it. We'll give a look at it tomorrow, and we'll know from there.
Did you look at this as a really significant game because of what's been accomplished here by the Patriots? You know what Belichick represents. That this was a significant moment for you guys to try to win a game in this scenario.
I mean, every game in the NFL is tough, but when you come up to a place like this with so much success, knowing what they're going against and how desperate you can say they are trying to get a win and trying to get things rolling in their end. It was very important for us to come in and lock in, knowing that we're going on to the bye week. We needed to focus in on this week and not what next week meant. And obviously coming off the 3-game sweep, that we couldn't put our hair down and we couldn't think that we've done something. So just to be able to, as I say, show the resiliency all night long in all those different moments and be able to have a chance at the end to win it and us to go do it speaks volumes.
Off of that, when you hear that you threw for more yards today against the Bill Belichick defense than any quarterback has ever done, I mean, with all he's accomplished, I mean, what does that feel like? What does that mean?
I credit those guys outside in the offensive line protecting. Honestly, didn't know that I threw for that much till Zeke told me in the locker room. And I think when you have the receivers that I have and you're able to get them the ball and they do things, as you saw after the catch, the offensive line held up. A couple of times I had to get out of the pocket, and those guys went and got open on the scramble. It's not about me. It's about the whole team, and it's about the practice that we put into it. It's about the way that we go about our practice. It's the way that we've built our team, and I'm just a product of, I guess, the stats. But at the same time, it's the unselfishness. It starts up front with the communication of how we're protecting, and those guys go and get open, and they make my job easy.
When you come out for that,
Was CD after that game? Because he said he loved you a couple of times.
Yeah, I didn't think it was more than normal. We love each other. We gave each other a couple hugs. But now that I know that, I might go give him another one. But, yeah, he was excited. It was a big game for him. Caught the fade ball in the end zone for the first touchdown and just being able to finish that one off. We went to him a bunch tonight, and he made some great plays, and that's what we expect out of him.
when you come out for the drive there in overtime, or even the end of regulation, are you just thinking this is what you do on Wednesdays and Thursdays in practice?
Yeah, that's what we talked about. This position we want to be in. We have a chance. We have a chance to go finish this game. And obviously we didn't get the touchdown to end regulation, but we were able to put ourselves in a position for Greg to go out there and make another clutch kick. And just for defense to come up big and give us the ball back in overtime at that moment, we knew the game was ours. We just had to concentrate one play at a time, and that's what we did. It was a beauty.
How big was the play to Cedric?
Which one?
Wilson on the side, 4th and 4.
Oh, yeah, it was huge. Great play call. A play call that I'm very comfortable in. I'm very comfortable with. The moment it came in, obviously I started with my reads and knowing that Ced was coming open right there. Great catch by him. Great job to get his feet down. Without that, I'm not up here talking about the win.
Amen.
Not just today, you had so many penalties that you were able to work through and still be productive offensively. But it's kind of been that way most of the season. Does that get back to the neutral thinking that you guys talk about to be able to do it so often?
Yeah, for sure. And credit there to Chad Bolin. Definitely just talking about the neutral thinking and how much we go over that and how important it is for us to stay in that moment. And I think when those penalties come up, it's almost a challenge that the guys embrace more than I shouldn't say more than normal, but they know that self-inflicted wounds, we've got to overcome that. And now it's on us, or we're just going to keep pushing ourselves back. And guys, time and time again, make the plays that we need to get us back in third and manageable or go and get the first down. And as I said, I think that just speaks the resiliency of this team and just to never give up. And as long as you give us a chance, we're gonna take the best shot.
How have you seen Randy grow as a player and as a leader on and off?
Yeah, Randy's special. He's a special player that very fortunate to have. Very fortunate that we're not going against him on Sundays. He gives us headaches all week long. 2-minute drills on Thursdays. We know how special he is just from practice, and he's a guy that iron sharpens iron. Our tackles get better every time they go against him, and then you see when he comes out here on Sundays, he's making plays. He's making plays that make a difference in the game. He's grown so much just in every aspect of his life. I'm sure he'll tell you. And as I said, we're just proud of him and proud to have him on this team.
Randy throwing that holding to take a touchdown off the board and get the strip sack, Trayvon's interception. I don't know what there is left to say on him, or diminishing the overtime defense. How just timely were some of the defensive stops today from your vantage point?
They were huge. I mean, that touchdown in overtime. I mean, that's a difference maker that gets the whole thing rolling. The wave of emotions and turn of events right there at the end starts right there with that interception return, and it's special. I mean, those guys are special. Those guys are a special group, just the way that they communicate, the way that they play. And as I said, they give me headaches all week long, so it's great to see them come out on Sundays and do the same to their opposing quarterback. And, yeah, I'm glad they're on my side.
On goal line stop, did you get it on that third down?
I thought I did. Yeah, once again, I mean, I thought I did. I've got to squeeze the ball tighter on the fourth. I thought I initially had crossed, and maybe that's why I think I was about to pull it back, and, yeah, the guy got it out. But, yeah, I mean, I thought I did. So, I mean, we'll have to figure something out about those.
You know, last 5 minutes of a game like that, is it fun or is it nerve-wracking?
Oh, it's fun. I mean, as long as you have a chance, it's fun. Those are the moments that we ask for. I mean, that's what I kept echoing to the offense every time that we had a chance to go back out there on the field was, hey, this is what we practice, this is what we preach, is just having a chance to go win the game. And when our backs are against the walls, as I said, we're a resilient team. We're going to keep fighting, and all we need is a chance. And it showed on a few drives right there at the end. Just being pushed back right there on that 3rd and long, and CD making a big catch, and the offensive line protecting, the play call. Yeah, we believe in each other. As I've continued to echo, it's a very unselfish group, and when you have a group like this, you believe in yourselves no matter what's against you, and all you're going to ask for is a chance, and we proved it tonight.
On that note of unselfishness, CD was saying, he's like, yeah, I had the game-winning touchdown, but Cedric arguably made a bigger play. You talked about being unselfish, but how do you think y'all created that culture?
I mean, just the brotherhood, just the way that we interact with each other throughout the building, off the field, and then it all just shows on the field. For CD to say that, he's right, and that's huge. Without Ced's catch, we're not talking CD's touchdown, and we're not even talking overtime pretty much. So I mean, yeah, it's huge. It's a special group, and a group that I'm so privileged to be a part of.
We talked all week about them taking your right hand away. It seemed like they tried to take the running game away early once you beat the pass. Is that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we still had some success there in the run game. Obviously, the coaches did a great job. Kellen changing up, making some halftime adjustments, had a package there for us in the second half, and we were able to get some yards on the run game. But, yeah, when we needed to make plays, it was the passing game. And as I told y'all, our fastballs are unselfishness. And as long as we do that, it's going to be tough for somebody to hit it.
I feel like you guys have sat with starting 5-1 and going in this bye week. You guys feel like you kind of set a message to the rest of the league that we're for real, we're Super Bowl contenders?
We know we're for real. We believe we're for real. I don't think we're necessarily out here trying to send a message to anybody more so than we're showing it to ourselves and just holding each other accountable to our standards and our expectations, and that's what we're going to continue to do as a team. Offensive as a unit, defense as a unit, special teams as a unit, but all together, coaches down to the players, is we have high expectations and a standard that we live by, practice by, and play by, and that's all it's about, is coming out here every day and proving that to one another.
Obviously, other side of the ball.
Last
but what
one
did you
for
see
Dak.
from Mac Jones today?
One more time.
Obviously, other side of the ball, but what did you see from Mac Jones today?
Yeah, I mean, I don't watch the offense and their plays and what the other quarterback's doing.
I don't give a rat's
like
ass.
that, to be honest. I'm watching I'm looking at my iPad, looking up at certain situations, and I just credit my defense to getting after them and stepping up when they needed to.
Just to be clear, Dak, you'll get an MRI.
This group over.
All right, so he ended up having a walking boot on there, and we'll find out more today. He'll get an MRI to see how bad it is and so on. We're going into the bye week. We got a victory where we could have just as easily had a defeat. We got a lot of things that they can work on. I'm still concerned about our interior offensive line. We actually gave up some more in the running game today, but hey, we got a victory. We're 5-1. We're leading our division, and right now things are looking good. With that being said, I got to get to my day job. So I will see you guys tonight, 9 o'clock Eastern. We'll be actually on the road, but you know what? we're always going to be bringing it to you. You know how we roll.
Our coach here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Sports Report.